Hi, welcome to No Doctor, Just Healthy. I am here at the library doing my normal video thing, and I just can't figure out how to organize my thoughts today. And I will just randomly dig in. Now, I have lots of empties here, and the reason I have them empty is because I've used all of these. But like, here's one. There's so many things that we can do. Like, let's say. Um, Myself lately, I've been working on brain trouble because about 7 years ago, I found myself standing in my kitchen, not realizing that it was my kitchen. I hollered out loud, I said, "Is anybody here?" And I wanted to announce myself because I didn't want to be in somebody else's apartment and have them come out and shoot me, because I didn't know where I was. So that really shook me up. And I'd already quit driving because I was too confused. Like if I was going straight down the road, that wasn't much of a problem. But let's say a bicycle rider was on the side of the road and then somebody else pulled up to, we're coming out of a driveway or something and they pulled up to the road and came to a stop. And then somebody was coming from the other direction and they had their left turn signal on like they wanted to cut into that same driveway maybe. That would have me so freaked out, I might just stop. And I just, I, I said to myself, "You're dangerous. You got Alzheimer's or something, or dementia." Or I'd never been diagnosed with any of that stuff, but I have been diagnosed with slow memory. But anyhow, that really shook me up, and I really had to start looking into my brain. And my gosh, there is so much stuff that we can do for our brain that doesn't include just acceptance of Alzheimer's or acceptance of dementia. And I'm way better than I used to be. It's been, now here it is. My doctor told me when I told her that my memory is really going to hell. There was more to it than that, but I said, it's really going to hell. She said, "Well, Don, you're getting older. That, a lot of old people have that problem." So I just walked out. I was done. I can't do anything about that. I don't want to die. And that was 7 years ago. Well, I don't use that doctor anymore. And that's not the first doctor that I rejected. Um, and the doctor I have right now is really, he's a young man and he is like really open minded. He'll go, "Hmm," he'll go, "Hmm," and he'll do something about it. He'll look into something or whatever. But anyways, this I'm not going to show what they are, but but this will give a this is like a clue if you go out researching for like oils that improve um, physical energy, and you'll just you just go to the dynamo or go to the search engine on that search line and put down oils for physical energy if you want. I mean, if that's what your idea is, oils for better skin, oils for happy hair. Actually, my hair is thinning out, and I've even thought about cutting it, getting it cut. But I treat it with a number of things. And here at 77, I've still got this much hair, and I'm thinking I got to have a save it for a comb over. So maybe that would work for a while. I'd be cool with my beachfront hair. Okay, but anyways, um, I've had long hair for a long time, but it's not doing so bad, but it is getting thinner, and I always think it needs to come off when it gets that thin. But anyways, okay, so there's oils, and I'm thinking about brain stuff here, and And okay, now I just want to remember the doctor said you're just getting older, blah blah blah. Well, there's other. This is a supplement that comes out of fish, And I always tell people when I'm at the store and I see them shopping and they're looking at different things, I'll say, "This oil is great. This one really works." And of course, how do you know that it works for somebody? Because if you're not deficient in it, it's not going to do anything, probably, except um, create some other memes. But the idea is that this oil, well, that's another oil. I just realized that's another oil, but it's got a specific makeup in it that is basically marine food. If you look it up, fish oil, you'll look it up and you'll start learning about it. Don't look at the advertisements. Advertisements, they say the good things about something, but go back and write down things like fish oil side effects, fish oil overdose. This is all in a search engine. Just check them out, and you'll kind of get used to just randomly going through checking like that. And then uh, now there's another one. We talk about a lot of it comes from the sunshine and all that stuff, and or from citrus fruits, you know, like that. And like personally, I don't eat any fruit, um, almost none, near none, because I really don't eat carbohydrates. They make me crazy, so I don't eat them. But without them, you see, I'm starting to be pretty normal as of compared to 7 years ago, to where I couldn't find words ever. I couldn't. It was hard to talk to me. It was hard for me to talk, and life was awful. And I feel great now. I'm driving again, and I bought a SUV, a nice all-wheel drive one, and um, I'm driving fine. I've had it now almost a year, a little less than a year, and I've put a ton of miles on it because I'm driving all over the place, and I really, really enjoy it. And that's something that I've always enjoyed. And I always say sometimes when I talk about cars and stuff, I'm a Detroit greaser. I was a teenage greaser in Detroit, if anybody knows what those are. And uh, one, a lot of these things that I take help help my brain go together, but none of them will work if I keep eating horrible food, like like the processed stuff that I used to eat was. I mean, I've actually come out of the grocery store. Looks like I was carrying boxes of boxes. That was groceries, boxes of boxes, and all those things have pulverized food. Some of the stuff that's pulverized is actually food. Some of it's not, but it's pulverized and made into a thing that looks like a flake, and somehow it tastes okay, and it doesn't work okay. It's clogging up my liver ended up being fatty and all that kind of stuff. But it's a lot of things. But here is a thing that I used on my brain, and within a month of taking it, I was starting to feel that my brain synapses were firing. I knew that because I would think for a word, and all of a sudden it's there. Ah, it wasn't doing that a month earlier, and I was starting to live again. Anyways, and I need people to write comments. To write comments like, well, I heard what you said, but I didn't get any of it. But that's okay. But there's there's little clues in there, you know, like about asking the search engine, you know, asking your search engine. Brain supplements for mineral deficiency, or like that. Just, you don't have to word anything perfectly. You know, the search engine knows what it wants to tell you anyways. But um, oh, I'm happy to say that this video has no AI in it. Nothing modified. But anyways, um, you can ask the engine. I mean, you know, if you know people that are like starting to forget stuff, you know, where's my keys? You know, where's my keys? And they're in the pocket, or you know, or like me, I just came all the way up here to the library to make the video. Didn't have my microphones with me, and I couldn't remember where they were at, and they weren't in my truck. And I went, "What the heck did I do?" So I went back home, and on the way home, I remembered where they were. They were right there. They're right on a dining room table where I wouldn't forget them. So I still have a little bit of a driftiness, but there's so many good things that you can do for your brain other than just accept that it's tired. And the thing is that as well, when you do your research, you'll see things. You'll see things in there like in your 40s, you know, you might be sharp as a tack. In your 50s, you might start. It isn't the same way all the time, you know. But in your 50s, you might be um, just forgetting little things, you know, and just misplacing stuff, you know, like I don't remember where I put my glasses, you know. Um, I actually go through a routine on putting stuff away so I don't end up having to think about it too much. But some people don't have that trouble, and I don't know if it's because they exercise the daylights out of their brain. You know, they're big readers or whatever. But uh, good for them. You know, and I wish they'd kind of enlighten me on their maybe what they're eating, or if they have a diet thought. You know, like some people don't know that they're doing so much good for their body just because they like fish. You know, they like mussels, and they like salmon, and they like shrimp, and they like all that stuff, and they get it without it being deep fried. You know, and that's, you can go both ways, you know, but baked is so much better without vegetable oils. Vegetable oils are killing us. And highly modified vegetable oils are bad. The low modified ones, like, well, you know, some of them are only like 3 ingredients in the bottle, or one ingredient, but that's not modified. You go over to the other aisle where the stuff costs a lot less money, and you start reading what's in it. It's a paragraph or two, and the words can be read that are on there, but you can go to your search engine and take each one of those words, put the word in the search engine, and you say, "What is it?" you know, this big word, and what is it? And the computer will often come up with answers. But okay, that's good. I did that video. I need subscribers, and I wish you'd, you know, just let me know that you're there. Um, I need a little bit of motivation, but I'll tell you what, the video I did last week, uh, it's got a lot of hits. Not the most hits, but it's got a lot of hits, but in the shortest time. And I'm pretty thrilled with that. But I didn't get any comments and stuff. But that's okay. You know, I know that I'm not really cut out for this stuff, but some people are so dignified, or not dignified, but they're so complete. But I'm not trying to be a guru. I'm trying to get you to be the guru. I want you to do the research for yourself, because only you know how you feel, actually, you know. And all these other, all these other things. That's not a beer bottle, but all these other things will start popping up in your daily life because they're so good. They're so good for us. But I'm not going to tell you that everything is, this is good for you. This is good for you. If you don't eat this, you're crazy. And I'm not going to do that. I don't know who you are or how your regular life is. But I tell you one thing, I know that the way that, like in America here, I guess I got to realize that I get a lot of people from uh, around the world. I think that's kind of a fun thing, and some of them are so darn kind. I, I, I so enjoy that. Nice people are nice, and uh, we can be a lot healthier than like in America here. Oh gosh, I can't stop now. But in America, number one, maybe it's around the world too, but I'll speak about America because I know more about it. But the number one killer is heart disease, different forms of heart disease, which includes, the whole system, artery problems and plaque and all that jazz. And that stuff is way higher now, in this century, in 2025, 2024, it's way higher than it was in 1950. 1950 was kind of, if you look back, that was pretty close to primitive, but I remember it. I don't remember if I exactly remember 1950, but I know I was running around then. Um, and we started getting told things like you can't eat eggs. Eggs are good for you. You can't eat coconut oil. You can't use coconut oil. Coconut oil is good for you. And you start wondering, why don't they want us to eat things that are really good for us? So subscribe and you'll get the next video. Thanks. Think about all that.